You know that feeling, right? That heart-stopping moment when a piece of tech you absolutely rely on just gives up. It's dead. But what if I told you that dead isn't always the end? Today, we're going to crack open the technician's secret playbook. We're looking at 4 incredible, kind of secret ways that the pros bring devices back from what looks like the absolute brink.
Oh yeah, it is a universal feeling of dread, isn't it? One second everything's fine, the next, you've got a very expensive paperweight. But that panic is exactly why these pro secrets are so cool. They give you a plan. So let's just jump right in and open our first case file.
All right, our first case is a true tech horror story. It's the failed update. You hit the button thinking you're making your camera better, but then the power flickers for just a second, and poof, it's gone. It seems like you completely killed it, but did you really?
I mean, this is the literal definition of a brick's device. It's totally unresponsive, you can't find it on the network, pinging it does nothing. For all intents and purposes, it is a goner. But this is where the magic trick comes in.
See, deep inside that scrambled brain, there's a tiny, hidden part that's still alive. It's called the emergency bootloader. Think of it like a little digital lifeboat. The engineers who built the device put it there as a last-ditch failsafe, and its only job is to listen, but it only listens for 1 single second right when it powers on. It's desperately looking for a special rescue file to save it.
So here's the rescue mission. You basically turn your laptop into the rescue boat. You run a simple app called the TFTP server, and you give your laptop a very specific static IP address, the exact address that little lifeboat is programmed to look for. Then you plug the dead camera right into your laptop, power it on, and for that 1 second, your laptop is right there ready to throw it the firmware file. The camera grabs it, reinstalls its own brain, and just like that, it comes back to life. It's amazing.
Okay, so that was full-on resurrection. This next case is a little different. This is more like detective work. We're looking at a network whodunit, where installing a brand new device somehow murders a totally separate, older one. So here's our crime scene. You plug in a new camera, you give it a static IP address, and at that exact moment, across the office, the CEO's printer just stops. How is that even possible? They aren't connected. It feels like some kind of ghost in the machine, but really, the explanation is perfectly logical.
And here it is. The culprit is an IP conflict. It's like this. Imagine 2 houses on the same street, having the exact same address. When the mail carrier, that's your network router, comes by with a package, who gets it? The router gets confused and might deliver it to the wrong house or just give up and throw it away. Your print jobs are going to the camera, and your camera's video feed is getting sent to the printer. It's chaos.
So how do you prove who the imposter is? Well, you don't need any fancy software. You just need a simple tool that's already on every single computer. The command prompt. This is our digital magnifying glass. The investigation itself is so clever. First, you remove the main suspect. Just unplug the new camera. Then, from your computer, you ping that IP address. Think of it like shouting a name into a crowded room. If something answers, you've just proved there's an imposter still in the room. The final command, ARP-A, is the killer move. It's like yelling, "Okay, who answered me?" And it forces the imposter to show you its permanent ID, its hardware fingerprint.
And boom, there's your smoking gun. Every single hardware ID, or MAC address, is linked to a specific manufacturer. You do a quick search online, and it comes back, Hewlett-Packard. The imposter wasn't another computer, it was the printer itself. Mystery solved. Case closed.
All right, let's move on to case file number 3. This one's a classic lockout scenario. You've got a device that works perfectly fine, but you can't get into it because nobody knows the password anymore. It's like having a locked safe in your house that you know has stuff in it, but the key is long gone.
So the problem here is that the normal solution, just logging in and clicking factory reset, is off the table. You can't get through the front door. That means you need to find a secret, physical way to get in, a back door. Now, most modern devices have a pretty easy way out. That tiny little recessed reset button. The trick is usually in the timing. You have to hold it down while plugging in the power. But older gear sometimes has something way cooler. Reset pins. This is the old school method. You are literally taking a metal screwdriver, opening the device, and connecting 2 specific points on the circuit board right as it boots up. It feels exactly like you're hotwiring a car, and it forces the device to just give up and reset itself to factory setting. And that brings us to our final case. For this one, we're going ghost hunting. You've got a device, it's plugged in, the lights are on, but as far as your network is concerned, it is completely invisible, a ghost.
So what's happening here is that the device is configured for a totally different network. Think of it like this. Your entire network lives on, say, Main Street. All your devices are at 192 Main Street, 193 Main Street, and so on. But this camera, it thinks it lives at 10 Oak Avenue. It's in a completely different digital neighborhood. So it's sitting there shouting, "Hello, I'm here," but no one on your network is programmed to listen for traffic from Oak Avenue. To find it, you need a special tool that can listen to every street at once, and that tool is called Wireshark. It's a free program, and it basically turns your computer into a super-powered listening device for your network. It hears everything, all the official traffic, and all the whispers from those lost devices that your computer would normally just ignore. It is the ultimate ghost hunting equipment.
And the actual process is way simpler than you might think. You just connect the Ghost camera directly to your laptop to isolate it. Then you start Wireshark, which is like hitting record, and you just reboot the camera. You see, when pretty much any network device starts up, it sends out a broadcast message, kind of like a, "Hello, is anyone out there? My name is." And Wireshark will definitely hear it.
And there it is, right in the middle of all the other network chatter. You'll see one packet pop up, clear as day, announcing its hidden address. You've just found your ghost. And now that you know its real address, you can temporarily change your laptop's address to match, log right in, and bring it back home to your network.
So when you put all these cases together, what have we really learned? It all comes down to the tech detective's code. First, technology is almost never truly dead. Second, you have to remember that most devices have these hidden recovery modes for a reason. And third, sometimes the simplest commands can solve the most complicated mysteries. It's all about knowing where to look, and more importantly, knowing where to listen.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What other secret backdoors and recovery modes are hiding in the tech you use every single day? In your phone, your TV, even your car. The next time something seems completely broken, just maybe, it's not. Maybe it's just waiting for someone who knows the secret handshake.